Today, I'd like to reveal the ancient mysteries of Cabra. Cabra in Spanish means goat, and goat in Cabranese stands for get up out of that. Cabra is divided into Cabra East and Cabra West. These two areas engaged in battle for centuries. The government created ecstasy pills in the 90s to unify the Cabronians. The newly formed, drug-induced alliance between East and West became known as the Bleeding State of Cabra. People have become so obsessed with Cabra East and Cabra West that no one ever stops to think about Cabra North, which is easy to do because I just made it up. Cabra and Ashington are separated by a Garda station. This is so the Garda can turn Ashingtonians away at the border to stop indie rocker kids from entering their debt. Despite this definitive dividing line, whenever there's a robbery or a raid in Ashington, the newspapers magically turn Ashington into Cabra through a process that's become known as abracadabra. The landmark known as the 17 Shops is one of the most iconic historical sites in Cabra. People believe there's more than 17 shops here, but nobody's ever successfully counted them because 17 is just too much. Clark's Bakery is Cabra's pride and joy. The breakfast rolls sold here have a certain magical quality to them. The bread is baked fresh on site every day and the coleslaw comes from a different dimension. Finglas West. Yup. Have a taste. It's well documented that Soda Cream was created by a Cabra man called Cabra Man. Soda Cream was originally called Soothing Cream, but then it got changed back to Soda Cream because Soothing Cream was too difficult for the Cabronians to say. It was believed Soda Cream put Cabra on the map as a forerunner of Irish science, but really it was just popular because everyone in Cabra used to wear a nappy. Soda Cream led to the development of the term pseudo. Pseudo meaning someone who's fake trying to come across as real, such as a pseudo-intellectual, or in other words, a college student in the smoking area of the back page in Phibsborough. All the houses in Drumcliff are at a weird angle to the road to discourage joyriders from zipping up and down the estate, because if they crash into the wrong house, they could get chopped in half by a 2 up 2 down. Cabra has a separate climate to the rest of Dublin. Due to the Mediterranean climate, you can find residents of Fossa Avenue frying eggs on the tarmac. This is a slow process called fossification. Once the eggs are complete and consumed by the Fossa natives, it's believed the tarmac of Fossa lives inside them and forbids them from moving to Glasnevin. Once the weather reaches over 12 degrees in Cabra, it alters the consciousness of the young adult males, who take their tops off and tie their North Face jackets around their waist. The Bogies Park is home to the Bogies of Cabra. There used to be a skate park here, but it got shut down due to the Bogies striking fear into the heart of the emos. The real name of this park is John Paul II, and the Cabronians believe they can't be arrested here just because it's where the Pope landed his helicopter a few decades ago. The vast open spaces in this park is the perfect place to walk a Canada Goose. Ashtown is a strange universe that exists on the border of Cabra, home to college students who emotionally blackmail their parents into paying their rent. Due to the upper class nature of this built up area, it's often referred to as Cabrafornia. Ashtown is usually a place people only go to for an apartment viewing and then never return. Ashtown natives have a super value in a gym, so they never need to go to Cabra. There's a button in some of the more exclusive apartment complexes that allow the Ashtown residents to fast forward through the realm of Cabra on their journey into the city centre. The Maple Centre is a hotbed of culture. For some reason, there's even an Iceland there. Nobody's ever gone into the Iceland. Ever since it opened up a few years ago, the Cabra natives have sworn to check it out someday, but the pull of the big Tesco is just far too strong. Wedged somewhere between the banks of the Royal Canal and the winding paths of the Phoenix Park, there's a light that never goes off. It's called McDonald's. McDonald's in Cabra. They say if you go in there on a quiet day and listen to the burgers sizzling on the grill, you can almost hear them say, "For fuck's sake, this place is a dump." There's often a power struggle between the McDonald's bouncers and the forgotten children of Dunard. Once pushed too far, the bouncers will kick the Dunardian children out, which usually results in one of the flock saying, "I'll get me older brother in here and you bleeding bullshit." The Oasis is the main attraction of Cabra, a perfect place to go for tourists who are looking to experience the Irish lifestyle, and it's even animal friendly. The black decor of the exterior makes you focus on the personality that's held within the four walls. Oasis named himself after the Oasis. Liam and Noel pretended to be from up the road, but when the barman saw neither of them could drink, they just assumed they were from Phibsborough and kicked them out. If that's not enough of a reason to visit, the Oasis is also an eco-friendly establishment, powered entirely on body heat and swings of the jaw. Namaste.